Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator channel. I'm your host, Rose McNair, and today I have returning to the channel, Chantelle French from Bioenergetics. Hello, Chantelle.
Hello, Rose. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you going?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, so good to
Exciting
have
to
you
be
back.
back. Yeah, it's exciting to be back. Can't
I'm
wait.
glad. I'm glad you feel like that because it's nice to know that you're excited about coming back and having a chat with us about stuff that's going on. Have you had a good, probably month or 5 weeks since we last spoke? Have you had a good time? How's your world been?
Been my world, been busy. It's been great. Lots of energy work coming through. So yeah, helping those. So lots of markets as well. So yeah, it's
Okay.
been a busy month.
You
So
said lots of markets. What does that mean?
I did the been doing the holistic market. So going out
Oh.
there and offering the services to the public to try the scan and stuff like that. So try the genius, which we're going to go through today. So
We're going to go through today. Maybe you'll want to
yeah,
tell us about the holistic market at the end as well, just to give us a
yeah,
briefing about it, because that's something worth our audience finding out about, I think, to know that
yeah.
it's
It's
something that is happening. Yeah.
yeah. It's
And
great. Yeah,
yeah, and they can
yeah,
come out and have an experience of you like firsthand through that market as well.
yeah. Come and
Yeah.
experience. Yeah, experience
Great.
the.
Great. So, Chantal, I know that you've been on the channel before, but for the benefit of our audience, especially those that have not watched the first video that we did together, can you tell us a little bit about what bioenergetics is all about?
Okay, so bioenergetics is a combination of biology, so your body, and the energy of the body. So to mash it together, and you get bioenergetics. So basically, what I do is we use tools, which either software programs or app programs, or myself intuitively, and we tune into your body, scan your body, find distortions, energetic distortions in the body, and correct them, and then allow the body to heal itself. So that's basically what I do. So,
Great.
yep.
And bioenergetics is the name of the business as well. It also, the word bioenergetics is the model that you offer to the
Yes.
collective,
Yep.
and the business name is bioenergetics. Please give us your email address, beg your pardon, your web address,
Okay.
so that everybody knows where to contact you from.
Okay. So where to find me is www, World Wide Web, bioenergetics.co.nz. Now it's got an X at the end, so it's bioenergetix.co.nz. For those in America and around the world, I'm based in New Zealand, so we're down the bottom of the earth. But anybody, I tune in with anybody around the world. So bioenergetics.co.nz, full website in there, so you can see what I do and what we offer. So yeah.
That's great. And I do that deliberately because it's something that we have to remind people where to contact you. And it is slightly different. And that's its selling point, or that's its memory point, that it is different. So people can remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Genius app, and we're talking about the 5 elements.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Chantal, go on, tell us, what is the Genius app?
Okay, so the Genius app is one of my tools I use. I have 3 pillars, what I call in my consultations. So 3 levels of belief, because everyone's belief levels or structures are slightly different. So my 3 pillars are the skeptic, the trusting, and the believers. So the skeptic is a full-blown computerized program where you actually put your hand on a device and it scans you energetically and asks for feedback. The next step up is what we call the genius, or the trusting. So this is where we use voice analysis. So we use it on a phone and take your voice, and then through algorithms and maths and behind the scenes, it does all these fancy mathematical equations and comes out with a complete body scan of your biofields. Now that could be your biofields, your body, and some custom codes in there. So basically, it computerizes all, takes all the guesswork out, and it will come up with highs and lows and thousands of different frequencies. So it's frequency medicine. Behind the scenes, most people, the client sees a different app than I do. I've got a massive app behind the scenes. I go through the protocols and the scanning results and create a playlist for the client. And that gets sent out to the client's app. And then all they have to do is just listen to it. It's like the doctor in your pocket. You get a new protocol every week. And it does all sorts of things. Like there's all sorts in there. There's emotions, there's meridians, there's body systems. It's massive, thousands of frequencies in there. So it's a great way if you're not right into doing energetically treatments or remote treatments or entrainment treatments. It's a stepping stone for that. So it's all about listening to sounds. So sound is frequency and energy, and then it tunes your body, and then there's your results. So voice analysis finds distortions. We send out a voice, or not a voice sample, it's like a playlist, sound, and using sound layered with frequencies is how we change the distortions in the body and teach the body what it should be. So retune the body, basically. And then the body will naturally know what to do. It's an amazing machine in itself. We're just giving it a bit of help and a bit of education. And hey, heart, you're meant to be looking like this today. So just to give it a bit more help and having some amazing results with it. So yeah, it's nice and easy to use. Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, so if we don't want a quick demo of it, I've got a 20-second video of basically how it works.
Please.
Yeah, we'll share that screen. So just share that. So this is my website here. So we talk about the 3 pillars, the skeptic, the trusting. So basically we're going to do the trusting at the moment, and we'll just go and do a quick video on those 20 seconds orders. See, there's lots in there. There's a lot of work. And it just uses frequencies and stuff. So, and then comes out onto your app, and then you just play the app in your pocket. So clients playing it all day or once a day, and then just forget about it. It's just got to be within your
I'll just say that we didn't hear much of that sound. If that was what you were thinking we were hearing, unfortunately, that didn't come through. The sound from us.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that has anything to do with my technology, but we can work on that for next time.
We'll work on that next time. It was just some background. There was no one speaking, so it's just basically some background noise.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, so just a quick overview of what the panels look like. So what's actually scanning. So
it's scanning all the energy centers, isn't it? Or the chakra points.
Everything. It's scanning all sorts of things. So maybe next time we'll actually do a proper scan on Rose. We'll get her to do a live demo. We'll do that. But today we're going to go back. We're going to go one step further. So if I share my screen again to the website, we're going to go one step further. We're going to go to the believers. Okay, and this is where I tune into you. And so when we do a group treatment later on in the session, this is where I'm tuning into the energy of those in the group treatment or to Rose. And I'm going to explain what I actually do here. So it's called, one of the tools I use, or one of the systems I use, is traditional Chinese medicine. It's called the 5 elements. And most people know about these. So this is really ancient philosophy. So what I do is I first ask the body, hey, which out of the 5 elements is of highest priority? So we've got fire, earth, metal, water, or wood. Now, each one of these elements relates to different organs in the body and also emotions. Now, if we got everything moving right, the body is working fantastic. But most people have got stagnant energy somewhere in the system. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to find that stagnant energy. So that's me tuning into you guys and finding that the stagnant energy, and then working with energy to correct it. So at the moment, most people are suffering with wood. So wood is related to liver and gallbladder. Okay, so I call the liver Mr. General, and he's quite bossy, and he bosses the other organs around. So the liver he's always under a lot of stress. So the wood element is always quite high priority. But if you know realize that the earth element is the spleen and stomach. Now, some people suffer a lot of stomach aches or digestion issues. So it could be a stagnant energy in the earth element. So once we fix the distortion in the earth element, then the wood element, see how it backs up across the arrow? It affects the wood element, which is the liver. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of that stagnant energy and allow the energy to flow in a circle again. And things, emotions, they all affect things. The spleen at the moment comes up all the time. The spleen is obviously an organ related to our blood filtering system. It's also related to trauma. Okay, lots of trauma the last couple of years has gone on.
That's right.
So the spleen is there, and also the emotion of worry. There's lots of worry at the moment, I feel, in the just around New Zealand and around the planet. There seems to be this undertone of worry. So that's the spleen element, or the earth element, that we need to work on. So once we get that one cleared, then the liver will get a bit more easier to flow, and then we get the energy flowing around. So that's basically what I do. I just zoom in and ask which of the 5 elements needs my help at the moment. And basically I tune into source energy, and I become a conduit of energy and information. So I'm just a conduit. That's what we are. We're full of water, so really good at energy and frequencies. And I just allow that information to come through from the morphic field of the universe, to come through, and I push it out to the bodies, or tune into your body entrainment energy, and allow that energy to speak to the body, to your body, and then your body will pick up on that information, and then will automatically start correcting that distortion or stagnant energy. So that's how we do it. We just focus on one part. So once I work out,
Sorry.
so once I work out which element is problematic, then I work into the organ. Okay, so what about the organ? Is it the spleen or stomach? And then I go even deeper. So I get deeper into the different roots, and then what's deeper? So into the emotions. Then I concentrate on the emotions and work on the emotions as well. And I'll put them onto what we call our digital clipboard. Put things on there, and then I use different techniques to clear the energy. So you probably heard me in other treatments. So I talk about Pangu healing form. I talk about the sheet does songs and chants to clear energy. I also do Blu Ray healing. So, and again, I ask the body or the source what is required, and I just go with the flow. So whatever the universe is telling me to do, I will do. So and that's how we clear the energy. So along with that, we have different centers along the body. I wasn't going to go into too much of these, but we have our upper center, so our head and our middle and our lower abdomen. So each one of these have got different organs in them. So I can pick up stuff in the 5 elements, and then I'll go, okay, what's in the centers as well? So I can really pinpoint down to exactly what needs working on. So if it's in the middle, we've got the heart or lung. So I can pick up on that. And then I just put that on my little clipboard, and then we do entrainment energy in there. So does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. And I was just, what I was wanting to comment on, it's interesting how you looked at the wood element, right? And then you talked about the organs related to the wood element, but then you went on to the, what was it? The spleen. The spleen, which was the earth element. So it's almost like you have to go beyond the layers to find out exactly what the root cause is.
Yeah, we go through, okay, so I'll bring up the 5 elements again. So we go, okay, it comes up the liver, okay, but I'm like, well, what's causing that liver to be so stagnant? Okay, and then it's like, what's next? What's deeper? So we go down another layer. What is it? Is it the metal element stopping the liver, or is it the spleen? So these all feed onto each other, and so that's how we work. Where's the stagnant line? Where's the stagnant coming from?
And one of the key words I heard there was, for example, stress. And this is something that, and even mentioning the last 2 years or so, this is something we have. There's a lot of worry, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty, and so therefore, this is all the circumstances of the last 2 years have created that. And I guess people are going to be experiencing more stress because of it. And but understanding where the stress is coming from is vital.
It's vital.
Yeah, you can't say I'm just going to take something for stress, like maybe some medication that keeps me calm, but you're not really calm, are you? Because you're just in a false calm. Yeah,
it's a false calm. So stress is a big thing as well at the moment. Stress, fear, anxiety, major. Okay, everybody's suffering those. So stress and fear is the water element. So the kidneys and bladder. So the bladder line runs up all the way up the back of the head. It's a bladder meridians. So it's a very powerful meridian. Okay. But the kidneys, now the kidneys are where the stress is. So the kidneys are our chi generators. Okay, so they're the ones that are sitting in the, so some people will get sore backs, okay, sore lower back. So that's the kidneys there. And on top of them is some organs called the adrenals. Now the adrenals are our stress glands or organs, and they help with the adrenal fatigue and stuff like that. They're helping with all our hormones. So when they get under stress, they're little tiny things. When they get under stress, the kidney struggles, and obviously our kidneys are our generators, so our chi generators. So we get low in energy. So that's where the water element comes into effect. So definitely fear, anxiety is definitely the water element. And again, okay, the liver pops up, Mr. General, he's grumpy as, and it goes, well, what's the cause? The emotion of fear. Okay, well, emotion of fear, that's the water element. So I need to work on the water element. I need to work on, is it kidney or bladder? Most of the time it's kidney. Okay, so, and that's how I work it. It's just, drilling in deeper and deeper.
Great. Yeah. Sorry about that. There's just somebody driving past and the dog decided he wanted to bark. Anything can happen on this channel. Anything can happen.
It's live. It's
that's it. That's our story. So I was going to say, we have to just stop for a second, I think. Well, there you go. We have to attend to a barking dog. It's going to get into the recording, right? Anyway, so Chantelle, I apologize for that, and let's carry on.
Okay, so we were talking about the 5 elements and the water element and how we get fear and stuff like that. So basically, that's how I tune into the 5 elements and add that into a protocol. From there, I go through to the organs and then work out what emotion or feel the emotion, what's there. So and sit with the energy and see what it wants to do. Okay. And then I apply the healing techniques. So modalities, which is I can either use Pangu energy, or which is a Chinese-based energy, Geschichte, which is an angelic-based energy, or the Blu Rays, which are galactic, like say the galactic energy. But then I also can create codes as well. So maybe next time we'll do a code session where I can
that would be awesome.
Create codes. So they're one of my special gifts that I do. So anything is possible, okay? And I love it when I work with people with different gifts. They can see things come in the room. I also call in other people in the room or other entities into the room to help us with energy. Why not? Yes. Okay, they're there to help. So we call in all sorts of people. And if you've got the gift of sight or hearing, it's an amazing experience. So
Now I have to ask this, because I know the last time, that was our first time on the YouTube channel, we went through, you mentioned a lot or some of this or a lot of this, but I never got to ask individual things, because we talked a lot about your connection from your experience and your professional your profession in terms of electronics. And we talked about the fact that you have managed to connect electronics with the esoteric, right?
Yes.
But I want to come back now to the stuff that you're talking about today. And this is now more the esoteric.
Yeah.
Because you said, well, all is exciting, because I think you're an amazing lady with how you're doing your work, and especially that you do the electronics and, you've managed to connect it into the esoteric. You mentioned Blu Ray.
Yes.
And there was something angelic you said just now. What was it?
Yeah, angelic, Geschichte. Okay, so Geschichte.
Geschichte. So tell us about Geschichte and
Geschichte. Geschichte is how do I explain who Geschichte is? Geschichte are higher beings and they're angelic. So they're above the guardian angels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so you have different layers of angels and
Yes.
guardians and stuff.
Yes.
So I actually asked them one day, I said, what are you? Where are you? They're actually really, really, really high up, close to source.
Okay.
So source, God, whatever you want
Yeah. Yeah.
to call that energy. So they're one of my mentors, and I get to channel them. I'm learning to channel them. They're highly intelligent. They love emotional work. So this is where I learn how to dive into emotions. How do I create codes? How I sense the energy? They've taught me all that. And basically what it is angelic energy. So we've got some really old songs I do that help dissolve energy, the divine light songs, the divine energy songs. Also old chants, really ancient chants that dissolve ancient energies or dark energies. Okay,
Wow.
so yeah, I've just had a client like an hour ago pick up something, okay, from another client. She's a body worker. She's picked up something of some of her clients. So she rings me and says, oh, I've got a headache, I'm not feeling right, the house is not feeling right. So right, okay, we're dealing with something, some sort of dark energy that's causing all sorts of problems in the house, and not being able to sleep, not have headaches. So that's when I come in, and I know that with Geschichte's techniques, that those dark entities don't like it. So they will go.
Yeah, they're so close to God. So that would
Yeah,
be
yeah. So they don't like
tricky.
it. So I just worked on her quickly with a quick chant and a song. One of their songs are really beautiful. And that's basically putting pure light into her and pushing or dissolving that dark energy in her, and also her home or her space that she's in. So that's how powerful they are, and it's very, very old energy. And very powerful, very powerful.
How do you
So
come
when
about that? How do you come about
so
that?
when I talk about the 8 fields, and we'll get into that one day, you'll quite often hear me talk about the 8 fields or 8 fields Qigong. So the 8 fields Qigong, which I'm an instructor for, they actually created the Qigong with another human called Angel. Okay, so, and I can instruct you on that. That form itself is not only about cultivating chi or life force, but it's actually strengthening it through 8 simple yoga moves. But there's passcodes which are not very wordy, but they've got words in them that have a lot of meaning. So you don't just say the words, you actually got to feel the words, and it's very, very powerful. Words are very, very powerful.
Yes.
Energy behind words is extremely powerful. So that's what they love. They love knowledge. So Geschichte means knowledge. So they're full of wisdom. So you can ask them anything, and it's really mind-blowing.
So how did you get your Geschichte on? I'm sorry, that's the only way I can put it on. It's quite intuitive, isn't it? It's very esoteric. There's nothing scientific about it. There must be, we don't know that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we will only relate it in terms of the esoteric. But science must have I'm saying science because I'm not going to discount anything, or I'm not going to say everything.
Yeah.
But how did you come about this?
How did I come about this? Yeah. That's a big question. Oh my God, how did you come about it? Okay, so what happened to me was obviously in Nest Health, one of my systems, like computer systems, is it's a bioenergetics wellness scanner. And inside that is traditional Chinese medicine. And from that, I discovered a Nest practitioner or a trainer, and he taught me the how to do the 5 elements, how to tune into the 5 elements. He taught me how to do Pangu, and how to just believe in yourself and tune into the energy, or transmit the energy, or cultivate the energy. So that's how I got taught how to become an energetic healer. So it's an energy, I think at the time it was an Energy Workers Academy. So I was in this class feeling energy, pushing energy across the world to other classmates, and learning the basics of the 5 elements and how to feel the energy. So his partner, his wife, is Angel, who is actually a real person with the name Angel. It's just so synchronicities is just amazing.
Yeah.
My angel is she had a near-death experience when she was a teenager, in late early 20s, and these entities, or Geschichte, the entity, there's actually, they call them, they decided that it wasn't her time to go. So they took over her body basically and said, you're staying alive and you're here on the planet for a reason. And that reason was to teach others the skill set that she has. Now, she is absolutely amazing in her own right. Her vocabulary, her wording, she can just tune into energy and into the world even, and produce amazing energetic alchemies, or they're just absolutely amazing. So with Geschichte channeling through her, she's taught me how to do the same thing.
Right.
So we basically are learning how to be alchemists of energy. Okay, so it's going to be a lifelong lesson. We just don't one day just do it. It's going to be forever. So every week I tune in to the class, and Geshichte's there teaching me and the others how to alchemize energy. And that's their whole purpose, how to listen to the energy, because there's so much information in that energy. There's so much knowledge. And we are just at the hardly anything of what our potential can be.
That's
so
right.
They love telepathic stuff, like freaking communication, telepathics, instant, and yeah, very powerful. So that's what they're wanting to do, is to get us to that level. So bring us up to that level. Yeah, wow. So that's how we do it. So we're alchemists. So that's how I say when I work differently to other people. So people say, oh, do you do Reiki? And I said, no, not quite. I've never actually been taught Reiki, so I don't understand the philosophy behind it. But I said it's very similar. I tune into the energy, or allow myself to step into the energy, become the energy. And when you see me actually work on the codes, and you'll see me doing these weird movements with my bodies, my hands, because I'm just allowing myself to flow with the energy. And by allowing it to flow, or listening to the energy, it will transform. And that's the whole point of doing energy healing, is to hold on to the energy and transform it into, say, a negative into a positive energy. So that's how it came about it. And I'll be still doing it years to go.
I tell you what fascinates me about how you come about it is that it seems like it was a workshop you'd gone to, a course that you'd been on, and then you guys all got activated to this.
Yes. Yeah, we got activated.
You got activated, and that's an amazing course to be on, when you can get activated into something, right? And then you carried on working with these beings that you got activated to work with, to channel and to work with. And that's so practical. I've never ever thought about it like that. I mean, I've never heard anybody. I know people say, "Oh, you'll come, but you'll have your experience." But I just never felt it. It was so easily, dare I say, for want of a better word, blasé, and it came in. We got activated, and Geschichte is really
So basically, I'm getting activated to be an alchemist. So and so that's how I do it. And when I teach Pangu Qigong, or when I teach Eight Fields Qigong, I am activating you to channel the energy of Pangu or Geschichte, or the source energy.
So it's very empowering. What you're doing
very empowering.
Is meant to be empowering and not dependent constantly on that. On coming back.
That's the whole philosophy. So we're trying to teach my philosophy, as well as others around, other practitioners I work with, is the philosophy is that we give you the tools so that you can heal yourself. So you're not dependent on other people. You become independent for your own healing. So that's why we say that the Genius app's perfect, because you are responsible at the end of the day for listening to your music and your treatment every day. So it makes you responsible for your own healing. And when you learn Pangu and Eight Fields Qigongs, it makes you responsible for your own cultivation of life force, so that you can heal yourself. That's the whole idea. You don't want to keep coming back to me all the time. You want to learn how to do it, so you can improve yourself. So when
you've done your the healing where you come in and do the, you know, the third option you have. What is
Yeah,
it?
the hit.
Believe.
We call it a hit.
A hit, right? Where
Yeah,
you come
healing
in and
integration therapy. So it's basically me tuning in and doing some alchemy.
Yeah, so you make sure you bring in what you need to do, and then the person can go away with it using the app, for example, and just continuously have that as their. So yeah, very empowering. I love it.
Yeah.
It's actually really.
So what I recommend to clients is, like, if you really want to have a full-on session, is having a hit session. It takes me about a good hour to tune in and check all your organs, your spine, your cranial nerves, all the biological stuff is a sense, but energetically wise, tune all that up. And then I say, well, let's follow up with the Genius app so that you've got something to play every day.
Yeah,
the body is constantly changing. Like, it's never the same. Every second it's changing. So that's when the Genius app comes in. It's like, okay, you've got a protocol to go home with. Just like when you go to acupuncture, you don't just go once a week or once a month. They'll make you come in several times a week, because the energy is changing. They want to keep tuning it. Yeah. So
really good. So what about the Blu Ray now? Because, you know, I'm very into the Galactics, and when you say Blu Ray, I'm fascinated. I love it.
You love this galactic stuff. Okay, so the Blu Ray is a new technique. And, well, new technique to me. It's probably been around for ages. The Blu Ray is from the blue beans. So they're blue beans. They're quite tall, blue-looking beans.
Yeah.
And I've had some clients say they're small, some clients say they're big, but they're blue beans. And so basically I channel their energy, which is absolutely powerful for distortion. So if we've got a really hard, stagnant energy, we use a technique called the shush technique. So it's shushing. So when I do the shushing technique, you've probably heard me say that. That's breaking up the energy. So that's the Blu Ray clearing technique. Okay, so it's the shushing technique. And then we come over top of that, because you break all the energy up. But then if you've broken it up, it's got to go somewhere, and you've got to fill in the gaps. So we fill the gaps back up with and we charge it with Blu Ray charge, which is another technique, and so we fill it up. So we break all the energy up, and some people will see it. They'll actually see the energy just breaking up and dissolving. And then I recharge the space, the energy space, with the Blu Ray. And sometimes I'll layer that with Pangu, or I'll layer it with Geschichte. So a bit of divine light, or a bit of Chinese Qi or Qigong or life force in there. And that just helps. They just work they work together. It's like a synergy effect. It's a really, really peaceful and powerful effect. So that's the Blu Ray technique. So the blue beams are supporting me. They'll be around. People can see them. And they'll be around, and they'll be helping me, just allow me to be a channel of their energy. So basically, I'm a conduit of energy.
Right. And, now, you know, I'm going to ask the next question. So how do you come about them, the Blu Ray? Is it the same way, or what? Wow.
Same way through Pete. It was my mentor who taught me the 5 elements, or the Pangu. So he discovered the blue bean technique. And Geschichte also recommended them. So they obviously Geschichte talks everything. And they're good. So and amazing. Really fast at healing things or clearing distortions. Extremely
right.
Really great. It's a great technique, because if I can do something quick, it's like boom, done.
So the Blu Rays seem to be into the healing, the galactics that are healing aspects of and healing. They probably heal more than just human beings.
Yes.
Do you have any information about their history, or what planet they come from, what galaxy, anything like that?
No. And the original guy that we've been tuning into to learn from, he's so humble. He doesn't even know he just got told one day, just like Angel, I'm here, going to be a channel, this is it.
Right.
So and that's what he does. It's a bit blown away by how much the energy can do and what it can do. So to have anybody can learn it, as long as you've got an open mind and a belief that it can work. I don't see very often or have visions. I just got to believe they're there. Sometimes I can sense people or things behind me. I'm like, oh, something's walked into the room, or something's here.
Yes.
you see? Most
Yeah.
often my clients can see more than me. So I'm like, what can you see? Let's walk into the room, you know?
Yeah.
I said, okay, those guys, okay, they want to help. So we'll just let them allow me to be a channel for them, and they go through and help. So all I am is an activator or a channel, and allow whatever comes into the room, whether it be your guides or your angels or your spirit animals, whatever comes in, I just allow it to flow through me and to help heal you. So
I think you're underestimating your part in this, because or maybe you're not, but I think maybe you're underselling your part in this, because I feel like sometimes if you can't see it and they can see it, it's because you're so in the zone of it. You're so connected to it that you can't see your separation, but they can see what you, and they can see whatever else is around you, right? So I think
it's really amazing when we have, like, when I'm doing group treatments with other healers, and they've got all these gifts and they can do so much vision stuff, and then there's a couple of us that don't really see much, and then afterwards, like, what did you see? What did you sense? Or what do you? Sometimes we sense the same things, and we're like, oh wow, I've got these amazing little brown, like, elf things that come in, and they're my I call them earthlings. So they'll come in and they'll help me with any negative energy that I don't want to take on board, because I normally do take on board, but sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to take this one on board. And they're there, they're waiting, they're so excited, they're so waiting, hands up, take this energy. And then what they do, they take the energy and they take it back down to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is like, she's the ultimate for negative energy, and she's the energy. So they're there waiting to help. They're so excited to help.
Oh,
so
wow.
Interesting time. So
I know.
Yeah. So
you fascinate me every time we talk.
And so that's the shamanic sort of stuff coming in. But it's amazing to sense those. Like I sense, they're here, they're waiting, and you can feel the energy. They're so excited. Okay, you can have this lot, and I'll pass it on to them, and off they go. So it's fun. It's really fun having a like, some people call it shamanic healing or a hit, but basically I just call everybody in, and who wants to help will just step on in and help.
So I think when it comes to so I think my questions just popped out of my head, but I feel like I think I'm still quite fascinated with the idea that you're so casual about this. Just some people and you're so, like, you're just carrying on practical and just getting on with life, and then there's all of this happening in your world, and you just keep moving forward with it.
It's amazing. It's exciting.
There's no like, I don't know how to put this in better words, but what I'm saying is that there's just such a casual practicality about it, the attitude and the way it actually happens. So I have to ask, so I know that you're a teacher as well, and that you teach in the third dimensional sense. You basically have electricians going through the business, like you put them through education, or you provide apprenticeship opportunities for them. But in terms of the healing side, do you teach other? And maybe I've asked you this before, maybe you've told me, and I'm sorry, I just don't recall exactly the answer. But do you teach other energy healers? Because you mentioned something about somebody who is an energy healer that calls you and says, I feel this weird energy in the house, or something like that. So are you working mainly with other energy healers? Is it them that come to you, or is it anyone in public that can come to you?
Anybody can come to me. I have all sorts of walk in the door. Anybody, and that's why I have the 3 pillars, is because everybody's belief structure is different. So the energy healers, they know how to sense the energy. They can feel it, they can see it. So they'll go straight to the hit session. Whereas just normal people or kids, they just don't understand. So that's when we go through, okay, I always ask, so what do you believe in? Do you believe in angels? Can you sense that? Or do you know about frequency medicine? Do you know about resonance? And if they go, no, I said, well, does just a computer scan, on the screen help you? Yes. Okay, so that's our starting point. And then once we have a couple of goes of that, and then I always add in some energy. I always boost it with some energy. I was like, just don't worry about it. I'm just going to give you some chi. Just believe it works. And that just opens up that seed of, oh my God, I can feel that, I can feel the tingle. She's got something there. And then that opens up another belief layer. And then finally, over time, we'll get them to a hit session, and I'll say, oh, look, your spirit animals are coming in, or they'll start seeing. And the amount of people that the gifts just explode is amazing. Like, transformational is amazing. In a year or so, to go from nothing, not even believing in frequency medicine, until, oh my God, I can see, I can feel, I can, oh wow, it's just absolutely amazing to watch the transformation. Yeah.
Wow. So I'm hearing that not only do people get energy healing, but they also get awakening to their gifts and to the powers that they have within them. And again, coming back to fulfilling life purpose through that. Because right now, many of us are in that zone of, we want to know what our life purpose is. A lot of us are already living our life purposes. However, more and more right now, it's becoming evident that our life purpose is necessary so we can make sense of living on the planet at the moment with the way everything is on the planet, right?
Yeah.
And so I really like that, because it's so empowering that you're doing it like that, or that's what it means, that, people start awakening to things they did not know.
Did not know. Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. And it's amazing to go to retreats. I help out with retreats with Cara, one of the other. Yeah. So I go there, and in a weekend, in just 2 days, the transformation of people is mind-blowing. Literally, I say, you're going to get mind-blown. Well, what's a retreat like? I said, mind-blowing. So just simple, it's mind-blowing. So they'll be exposed to energy, me sending them energy, me taking energy off them. A lot of transformation happens. So we have a lot of downloads, a lot of stuff coming off. So I'll take the energy and I'll deal with it, so they don't have to worry about it. And then they're brought in with, just the basic energy of crystals and how they work, and they're very powerful as well. So people starting that way is like, oh, crystals are how to sense them and feel them. And then you got the oracle cards. I love oracle cards. I think they're
they're amazing.
Yeah. So they're really cool when you get, beyond that belief or that whole scary thing, tarot cards or that. They're not scary. They're just your soul communicating with you. And they're so much fun. So it just slowly awakens, and then I'll do a group treatment, and can you feel things? And then people start feeling the energy, and then the things just start happening, and they're like, well, this is a place to be. You're in a safe environment. I'll take off anything negative and transform it. Cara's there to support you. And it's an amazing experience. And
sounds like it.
Yeah, the transformations I've seen in people, it's been amazing. So, and it's awakening. Some of them turn up, don't know why they're there. They're just there. And all of a sudden there's just eruption of emotions and release, and welcome to the world of energy.
I love it. And it's such a rise of the divine feminine, dare I bring it in, because it's saying that, because I think more and more, because Cara runs these women's, it's a women's retreat, right?
Yes.
And she calls them these wonderful women's retreats. I heard it because she's done a recording for the show that she comes and she does with me on radio.
Yeah.
And she says wonderful women's retreats in that promo. And I can see now what she means by that, wonderful women's retreat. And I say rise of the divine feminine because more women appear at these things. More women are involved in getting in touch with that esoteric side of themselves. At the moment, that's not to say that won't change, because we know it will change, because of course it has to change for all the transformation to happen, because the divine masculine needs to take his place too.
Yes, it will change. That will change. So at the moment, the women are picking up on it. I don't know why, but the women definitely are picking up quicker than the men.
In the old days, they would say, because women, they say, I say this, they say, not that I necessarily agree all the time with it, but that women operate mainly from the heart, from the platform of the heart, rather than from logic, not from the mind, but from the heart. So the heart chakra. Yeah, the heart chakra is very activated in terms of that. And this is the reason why at the moment, this is it. But actually, it's very apt. Everything is relative and relevant when it is relative and relevant. And for the heart chakra to be opening more, And if we are the ones that are bringing that in, even the divine masculine, there's a divine feminine side of him too. So there must be some part of it.
Yeah, there's an equal balance.
Balance, right? And so the heart chakra is definitely needing to be opened more and more in this time and space, and that is why it's necessary. And so, anything else you want to tell me before I ask you the next question?
No, go for it.
I know you've been telling us about how people benefit from this. So I'm hearing that we benefit because we have energy blocks being, shifting and moving. Energy healing is taking place. So you're healing. When you heal the core, then you heal the organ, for example.
Yep.
You heal the core, the root cause of it. I'm also hearing we've got things like people are starting to discover more of their purpose in terms of what gifts they have here on the planet, what they've come to do, and what is that gift that they have, or not gift, but what are they, who are they connecting with galactically, esoterically, etc. So these are benefits. I believe they're benefits. What else? What other benefits can this
benefits? Just to explore the energy. It's very powerful. It's mind-blowing, and at times it can be overwhelming, but it's there, and it's there to help you. I definitely agree that the body is changing. Like, if you go back to the maths and science and physics and stuff, the earth is changing its frequency. So of course our bodies have got to evolve with that, because we're in tune with that. This is where we live. We're in the environment. So it's our ecosystem. So our whole ecosystem is changing. So we've got to change with it. And just go for the ride and find that soul journey, that life path, that life passion. To feel it is really important. So feel it. If something feels right, go that way. If you get the buzzes and you light up, you'll see me light up when I talk about energy. It's like, whoa, and I expand. You feel that energy. Yeah. That is the life path. So that's my life purpose, is to share the knowledge and stuff, because I get so excited about it. If you get excited about something, that's your life purpose.
I know. Exactly.
If it's not, if you're feeling really low about something, or even relationships or work, it's really draining you, it's time for a change. Try and find something else, move the arrow in a different direction, and take little steps at a time. It doesn't have to be big. It can just be a little bit, pick up a pack of cards, oracle cards. They are an amazing source of knowledge from your soul. Okay. And that's how I started. They are amazing. They got me through a lot of stuff, and just one card a day. And I was like, yep, something to focus on, one card a week. And it was amazing. And don't be scared of energy. Lots of people are scared of it. For some reason, it's been dumbed down over the centuries. Don't be scared of it. We're energetic beings having a human experience, and you've probably heard that a million times. But we're actually energetic beings. We're full of energy, right down to our cells, or even smaller. Okay, we're not solid. We actually are not solid, so energy just flows in and out.
That's right.
So just make the most of it and keep a really broad mind. If somebody brings up something, don't push them down. Just think, maybe they're onto something. Get that curiosity going,
Yeah.
And let's all grow together, because it's so exciting and so much fun. So
I think it's important to be, like you're saying, if someone says something, think about it. Be open-minded about it.
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded about it. And, when it comes to oracle cards and tarot cards, there's just that stigmatism to them coming through the years, through the centuries or whatever.
Yeah.
However long they've been around. Oh, it's got to do with witchery and but actually, hey,
no.
I have my box there. With all these different. I've got the Akashic tarot, and I've got the original tarot right away, and I've got some oracle cards there, and I always get myself tripped up when I'm doing them. So that's why, as much as I feel like, I should check my cards today, I'm like, oh no, it's too hard, because I get mixed up about it in my head. But I have to say, they are delightful. They're absolutely delightful. I've got those oracle healing cards.
Yeah.
And the artwork in every single one of them is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And a human did it.
Yeah.
What does it say about our creative abilities?
Yeah.
So, you know, I say to our audience, if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's the Healing Oracle card deck. And I can't remember who's done it, but just look for the Healing Oracle card deck, even if you look at it online, and look at the artwork. And when you see that creativity, when you see the intricacies of it and the creativity of it, you want to know more because it is so beautiful. It is so natural. You know, there's angels, and then there's people, and there's butterflies, and there's dragons, and there's all these unicorns, and there's horses, and there's stuff going on there, and you know, like a tiger or whatever. But the way it's done, and the colors, and the melding together of all of that, and what it means.
Yeah. What does it mean? So look into the card and feel the energy, and what's coming to mind. That's how you work with them. What's coming to mind? When you can read about that card, but look at the card first and say, okay, what can I see? What colors are there? What does that mean? Really feel into it, feel the energy of the card, and because it's going to come up with answers to your problem. Normally you ask a question. You always ask a question like, what's my benefit today? What should I do today? What should I focus on this week? And it's there right in front of you, and that is basically the universe or your soul talking to you. It's a way of communication. And it's very quick. Okay, it's not wordy, it's very quick. And just take it and absorb it. I'm addicted to buying packs. I've got heaps of packs.
Do you know what? If I was richer, I would have a lot of packs of cards.
Yeah,
I'm always like, oh my gosh,
really you go through stages. You go through stages. So
that's right. Me too. Yeah.
So I've got a light oracle one at the moment, and I'm like, okay, that's really like white oracle. That's me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's that one. That's my, that's training me. Where I've got other ones which are fun packs, and I'll pull out something from there, and then I've got kids packs or spirit animals, and you'd be amazed. They're really cool.
I think my most favorite one at the moment is the Akashic Tarot, because it is so on point. You can ask it any question, and the card that you get will tell you everything you asked about, and that which you didn't ask about. And I think it gives you the backstory as well, right?
I quite often get told off from them. The card telling me, believe in yourself, Chantelle, you can do it. I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm always getting told off.
They've got such a life of their own, and there's got to be something in the cards this week, because I think almost everyone I've spoken to in this last week in terms of esoteric stuff have brought up cards, tarot or oracle cards.
It's that time of the year. It's a new
year,
astrological year. So it's a new year. So this is the time for manifesting. So do your vision boards. I've just done my vision board last weekend. Vision boards, pull out cards, do a spread for the year. Have heaps of fun with it, and put it out there, put out the universe. What do you want? Because this is the time of the year to do that. So
it is a good time of the year to do it. It's also, because we're in the first, according to the Gregorian calendar, we are in the first month of the new year, and we are also in the first sign of Aries. Aries is the start of the zodiac year. And so there's also a time where, because of the alignments of the planets and all of that, it is a good time for knowing what you want, asking for what you want. We've just gone through equinox, we've gone through the new moon, we're about to hit the full moon. Also we have that, I don't know if you knew about this one, Chantelle, the Heavens Cross happening on the 22nd of March, where there was going to be this amazing light that's coming down, and the veil was going to be thinner between the other side and us. And Heaven's Cross actually started on the 22nd of March. It didn't just happen on the 22nd of March and that was it. It goes on for a long time for now. And it's talking all about how you can manifest the things you want. Anything, you didn't have to do anything major. You didn't have to do a ritual for that day. You didn't have to
just write it down or say it.
Write it down, say it, do your meditation, just be in the space and think about your life and how you want to live it, how you want to move forward, because we are entering now very exciting times. And apart from the exciting times concept, we've got all of this the stuff going on in terms of the astrology. And remember, we don't have to be bogged down with all the noise that's going on out there. So for us that are choosing not to be bogged down and to move forward and do it in happiness and positivity, we're just looking ahead. We're looking forward. We're looking forward to the future because the future is bright. Yeah. And a lot of us coming to the point now where we're knowing what we're meant to do. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and so
true.
That's right. Because and those things that you want or that you need to do are appearing to you faster, quicker, without much effort. You don't have to search far and wide, long and hard, deep within. If this is what you're supposed to do, it's turning up. And coming back to the cards, there's your other source that you can find out.
Yeah, find out about it. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. So
and at the same time, you got to let go. So basically, to allow more stuff into your life, more positivity, more creativity, you've got to let stuff go. So let go stuff. And that's where I come in. I say, let go these emotions, find out, let's just let it go. Let go your past life stuff. Transform all that stuff. So you've got space to allow new stuff to come in. So that's the other side of it.
Yeah. I think for me, what when you say let go of the past and all of that, there's a few things that have happened in the last few months that brought me to that point of, okay, so what is more important, ascension or holding on to the past? Evolving, transformation to that next dimension that we've been talking about for such a long time.
Yeah.
Is that more important, or is it more important to stay wallowing in the sorrow? Is it more important to stay wallowing in the sorrow or holding on to grudges? I just want to release that because it's too heavy burdens. It's too heavy to carry it. Just time to go forward. And I'm encouraging people now not to get caught up in the narratives of things, because I was in a meeting a few weeks ago where somebody was talking about microchips in people's wrists, and I said, I don't think we will ever have to worry about that. We just need to be sure about what we want.
Yeah.
And move forward with what you want. Remember, sovereignty is your sovereignty. The sovereignty that's yours is there. If you are clear about your sovereignty, if you understand what it is that you want and how you want to live your life, that's the important thing. That's the most important thing, because that's the reality you can create. And do the work of keeping yourself in a healthy, fit state. Do the things like Qigong.
Yeah.
Do things like meditation. And meditation. Go for energy healing if you need it. And if your body doesn't feel right, if you're feeling unwell in the body, if you can't shake something off, then go and get the energy healing, because this is the esoteric or the intuitive teachers, the energy medicine, I say medicine and healing, has got, in my opinion, equal value as anything that a GP would give to you, right? But I'm not discounting the GP. The disclaimer is that we're not saying don't go to a GP, but sometimes you go to the GP and they don't know the answer, or it keeps shifting and all that. Why not think there's equal value in maybe looking at energy healing as well? Don't have to say I want one or the other, but equal value, because both are equally valuable.
Yes. Yeah. And work together, work alongside them, So
that's right. And they were always meant to be, by the way, just so people didn't know that. It was just at one point when it was decided that they would go more clinical, that it changed.
It wasn't that long ago. That was when Einstein came about. So he reality and all that, he came about, and he was working with the frequencies and energies and medicines. That wasn't that long ago, good odd years. Not that long ago. We've been on this planet for
long time.
Long time. So the energy world has always been there. And don't be afraid of it. It's ancient. It's traditional Chinese, going back thousands of years. You've got all sorts of modalities going thousands of years.
Yeah.
Just got quietened over the last couple of centuries. And some of the wisdom got lost because things happen. But new wisdom's coming in. You've got beings on the planet who are trying to teach us new wisdom. So just be open to it, and you never know what will happen.
Yeah, I think you just made me realize that couple of centuries. It's only a couple of centuries that
Yeah.
that all of that was not practiced, but it's been around for so long. Energy healing has
Been
been
around
around
for,
for so long.
yes, so
Yeah,
long. So yeah, it's not old. And the stories that we tell our stuff, maybe my culture's not that great at telling stories, but other cultures are. Listen to the stories. There
listen
is
to
a
the
reason for
stories.
those stories. There's a reason for it.
Definitely,
Yeah. So
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
listen to
definitely.
them.
Yeah, I mean, think about like you're talking about Chinese medicine, Chantal, but there's Ayurveda.
Yeah.
There's Native American,
A Native
there's
American, yeah.
Aborigine, there's Maori, there's all of that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of them have something to contribute to healing, to
Yeah.
health, to benefits, and everything has validity. And I've mentioned a few, but the native
Yeah.
peoples of this planet know what it's about.
Yeah. Go and find an elder in your culture and ask questions.
Yeah,
Ask about the stories. You'll be amazed at the wisdom that comes out. And I just want to share it as well because that's what it's all about. So
exactly.
go back to your ancestors and find out where you came from. What's the stories? What's behind the stories?
That's
Be
right.
curious because
Yeah.
it's a lot of wisdom there. So we don't want it lost. So yeah.
Yes, indeed. So I want to, I realize we've gone over the time and we've taken advantage of your time, Chantel.
Yeah,
So
that's
I am
right.
sorry about that. But we come to this time when we do a group treatment.
We do a group
But
treatment.
before we do the group treatment, did you
Yes.
want to say anything to us and then we go to the group treatment, or it's up to you?
Yeah, so basically we're going to go to group treatment now. So at the end of it, you can just zoom past everything and keep repeating the ends for the group treatment. So if you want to contact me, I'm at online, bioenergetics.co.nz. So BIOENERGETIX, because I'm awesome, .co.nz, because I'm at the bottom of the planet. Head on there and you'll see my 3 pillars, which will explain things on the first page, and then you can go from there and you can book into learn Qigong, the different Pangu, Qigong, or the 8 fields, which is an angelic one. Go on there and learn. Just have a look around. Any questions, just send me an email or contact me through the website. I'm open to anything. So yeah, head there.
Great.
So,
Thank you for that. Right. So,
right. Group treatment time. So we're gonna, because we started with the 5 elements we thought we'd do today. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune into Rose and whoever else is watching this in the future.
oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to tune in. Now remember, it may not hit your organ like right now, but we need to get the whole energy going in the 5 elements. The whole circle of life needs to get going. So I may concentrate on one of the elements. Doesn't mean it's not going to not work, because it actually back flows into the other elements or forward flows into the other next one. So we're trying to get movement. That's the whole idea, is to get rid of stagnation and get movement. So let's tune into the 5 elements, work out what needs help, and because it's the 5 elements, we'll probably do some Pangu healing on it and maybe some Blu Ray. So we'll just see what pops up. All right, so we're ready? So everyone concentrate on what they would like to heal. So I'm going to put it all in the soup, called our energetic soup. So just draw it out to me. And I'm just going to tune into it. You might see me wobbling. It's quite normal for me. It's called the God wave. And it's just me being centered and having energy coming through. I'm just going to connect up to source, asking to be a conduit of energy and information. It's always information. For this group treatment. My hands are lighting up. That's good. I'm just going to ask a simple question. Which of the 5 elements is of highest priority now with Rose and the rest of the world? Let's put it out there. Why not? That fire. And it is the wood element. Okay, so we've got wood element. Okay, so that's either going to be the liver or the gallbladder. So I'm going to ask the question, which one's more important, the liver or the gallbladder, which needs my attention today? Liver, gallbladder. Okay, so gallbladders come up. So gallbladder is organ next to the liver and by the stomach. And he is like the lieutenant, let's say. He gets quite grumpy quite regularly as well. And he is a massive meridian line that runs up the side of the head around here, and a lot of headaches, okay, associated with that, tight neck, tight tension. So that's the gallbladder. So we're going to put them on my little clipboard up there. Now I'm going to dive in what emotion is causing this blockage. So I'm just going to sink into the emotion. This is where take a while to sink into the emotions. Let's say rage, anger is in there. We'll put that on a board. I'm going to go number 6, adoration. Okay, so I'm going to put adoration up there as well. Assertive. Just telling you something. He's quite bossy, this one. Okay, and passive. So there's quite a few emotions in there. Oh, and proud. Proud as well. Okay, so, oh wow, we've got lots in there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got to put all that together. So we've got like 5 emotions going from rage to adoration, passive, proud. Put those in there. With the gallbladder and the organ itself, so the cavity around the organ. So we work in, energy works in cavities. So the cavity around the organ of the gallbladder, not the gallbladder itself, but the energetic field of the gallbladder. The meridian of the gallbladder as well. So that's a massive meridian running down the back of the side of the head, right down the body. Okay, so we'll put them in there as well. And then we're going to ask, are we going to use Pangu or Blu Ray? Blu Ray or Geschichte? Blu Ray. So Blu Ray is coming through. The Blu Ray beings, we welcome them into the room. You may see them behind me or not. Okay, so they're there. I'm going to just act as a channel for their energy, and we're going to do a clearing technique, and this is involving the shh technique on the gallbladder and what we've got on our little clipboard here. So I'm holding in my hands. Can't quite see it, but I'm holding the energy. And I'm just going to shush into it. Shh, shh. How's that, Rose? How are you feeling?
Good, good. We can't hear the shushing, but that's okay because
that's
that's
right.
not the point of it. Yeah, that's not the point of it, of hearing
it's
it.
quite a high pitch, so it doesn't come through the mics very well, but it is all working.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah, it's working. Okay, so then we're going to go. We've broken up the energy now, so then we're just going to go into charging it. I'm just asking charging the charge. Pangu. So we're going to layer it with Pangu. So I'm going to charge now. So I'm going to change the technique of my hands. And we're going to flow through with the Blu Ray charge. So this is for that gallbladder, the wood element. And I'm just going to say the Pangu passcode. So this will likely, fill the energy up that we've just broken up. So we're just going to say the passcode. So take kindness and believeness as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, greet with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Let's do that again. Take kindness and believeness as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Now, remember, words have a lot of feeling and meaning, and they're really powerful. So I'll say it again. Listen to each word, feel each word. So take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. So you can feel that working. It's very powerful. Okay, so I'm just going to back through and just check our 5 elements again. So which one's high priority now? So we've got fire, earth, metal, water, or wood. So wood's still there, okay? So we've still got wood that's coming up as high priority. Is it the liver or the gallbladder? Okay, this time it's the liver. Okay, understandable. He's Mr. General. So we'll just do some work on him. So the liver, again, he's quite anger, rage. Okay. Quite often you get a sore spot on your lower right rib. That's where the liver is sitting, okay, or sore back. Okay, so we'll just do some work on him. And what do we want to work on with him? So we're going to ask Pangu, Blu Ray, Pangu. So just going to do the Pangu healing form. So I'm just going to send energy, saying the passcode, into the liver. So take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. So you may feel some chi sensations or pins and needles going up the hands, into the hands, up the arms, into the heart center. Okay, and that's just me pushing in chi into that area. Life force and information for the liver. Well, the body will actually know where it wants to go, so it might take it somewhere else. The intention's the liver, so we're just pushing that in there. I'm getting the fuzzes. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to, yeah, it's changing.
So I'm saying you can change it. Just see it changing. Yeah, I'm feeling very sleepy right now. Can you tell?
Yay! Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to pull stuff from you. Okay, so anything that you no longer required, let it go. Okay, you've got so much there, so just let it go. I'm going to pull it from you, and then I'm going to transform it after this. So use another technique. So I'm pulling out of your right hand and at the same time pushing energy into your left hand. So you may feel me pulling like fine threads of energy out of your hands, out of one of the hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to ask my little earthlings, we were talking about them before, because I'm working with the world here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take on everybody's burden. I'm just going to ask them to take the energy down to Mother Earth.
Yes,
okay, just bypass me, thanks.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just
good.
they'll take it down to Earth.
Ooh.
Some fun, don't we?
Absolutely fun.
Yeah. Okay. Now finish it off. We're just going to put some chi or life force into the bloodstream. So basically, I'm going to go by the top of your wrists here.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some veins on my hand. You can see them. They're quite strong.
Yep.
So
Might it? Yep.
yeah, veins there, and I'm just going to push some life force into the blood. Saying the passcode in my mind. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Do it again. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Okay, so how's that feeling now, Rose?
Really good. Very relaxed.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Really relaxed. Yes.
Really relaxed. I feel very relaxed. I also feel very there was so much energy around me,
Yeah.
behind me, and I know I've got the headsets on, but you could feel the energy above the headset,
Around.
all
Yeah.
around there. And
Yeah.
I've been feeling a lot of sensations and things on my left side.
Mhm.
And it was definitely had something to do with the liver, I think. And
Yeah.
it was going from the back all the way down into
Yes.
the middle back.
Yeah, the
And
little back. So the liver line will go. So the meridians are named after the organ. So because the energy lines will go through that organ.
yeah,
So the liver meridian sort of tucks in and then goes down the side of the leg, and then also it comes up to a point into your head here as well. So
yes, yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So
I
and
didn't think about that meridian before, but hey, yeah,
it's
and
another
now
long one.
it's suddenly making a lot of sense with some stuff that's going on with me. And
Yeah.
I we'll talk about that later because I
Yeah,
definitely
so
want
it's
to.
just like so you might have a sore patch somewhere in the body.
Yeah.
Just check the meridians, go online. Where's that meridians? What's going through that point of this, that pain
Okay.
point?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
could be a blockage, just simple blockage in that meridian. Okay,
Yeah.
so go and get some acupuncture or come and see me. I'll do virtual acupuncture. It's pretty,
Yeah. Exactly. That felt like that now.
it's pretty interesting. Open mind, keep an open mind. Anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Indeed.
So yeah, so that's basically we've just worked on the wood element of the 5 elements. Okay, so that will get that whole system moving. Okay, so you may have some emotions of anger and rage come up. Okay, listen to the body, let it out. Okay, don't hold on to it.
Yeah.
Let it out. If you want a punching bag, go and get a punching bag. Just let it out because that's the energy evolving. It's coming up. It wants to talk. Or just sit there and write. Okay, simple way of getting energy out is all it wants to do is be listened to. So sit in the emotion of rage and anger if you can, and just write it out. What are you angry about? Just get it on paper. Just let it come up and transform. And that's an alchemy. Okay, it's the alchemy is it coming out. So yeah, but definitely you'll be more assertive. There's what we put proud in there. So the proudness should come up. What else wanted to come up? There was rage. We got get rid of the rage. Adoration. So you should be starting to feel those emotions come up. So take it, go with the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect to have energy healing today, but thank you so much. And
No worries.
I just think this is a really good way to showcase what it is that you do because this is it. That's what you
Yeah.
do. And it's timeless because whenever somebody watches this and they follow that which you have just gone through with me, it will be applicable for that time and space.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And we all need our livers and wood worked on constantly. The amount of
Absolutely.
stuff
Yeah.
the toxins in our bodies from our environment, from wherever, the body's processing them all the time. Energetically as well, we've been bombarded by all sorts of EMFs and you name it.
More than ever, we need to have
ever.
energy healing. And also, they talk about Carol Bird talks about spiritual hygiene. Make sure to keep your energy space clean.
Yes, clean.
Yeah. And also, it's like using crystals, like having the selenite, for example. I've got a few in the office.
In the room.
In the room. Yeah. And so it's, just for our audience, remember selenite is the one crystal that can cleanse other crystals.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily a crystal that needs cleansing, but it can cleanse you in that moment right away. Just cleanse.
Yeah.
You just
clean,
clear everything
have
up.
them around. Yeah.
Have the crystals around.
If you get stuck, like my bodyworker friend, just ring me. I just ring him. I'll deal with it. I do a lot of space clearing, put it that way as well. So there's a lot of old souls who are stuck, let's say, that need to be moved on. So
if the numbers are correct, we had a lot of souls leaving here in the last 2 years. These people did not mean to leave here prior to the time, and a lot of people are holding on to those souls because it was a shock. So just remember that there is a lot of all of that happening around the earth. plane as well.
There's a lot of cleansing that's got to be done between here in the veil and beyond. So I'm one of those as well, so I can cleanse that. And it's just like my friend, she just brings me up there's something weird. Me and my daughter are experiencing weird symptoms. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll just dive in and we'll just clear your space, as you call it, clear the space, move those entities or negative energy on, or transform them. And
So I was gonna say to everybody, what you experienced today is what we're going to experience a lot of. So don't think it's strange or whatever, because I actually feel this is the key to a lot, the work that Chantelle French is doing, the work that many other energy healers are doing. It's what is the key that's going to help and enhance the transformation of the planet and the people and the other beings or creatures, our pets, everybody. The flora, the fauna. You talked about the brown beings. I feel recently more that the elementals are going to become visible to us.
The elementals need help at the moment, so they'll be around.
They're definitely helping. They're talking to us. I had some healing from a fairy about 2 weeks ago. I was actually in my meditation and I could see this fairy flying around me and just touching points that was all. So, it's not, we think it's weird. It's not weird. It's going to become a very real part of our lives. And,
they've been around, they've been here the same amount of time or more than us.
That's right,
And we're just having the skill set to be able to sense them.
The more the transformation process happens, the more we're getting these light codes, the more we're getting downloads, the more the body's becoming crystalline. All of that means we are going to have the ability to see more of what we haven't seen for all this time.
Oh yeah, bring it on. I can't wait.
Great time to be alive. Great time to be alive.
Yeah, it's a magic.
Absolutely. Chantelle, thank you so very much.
No worries. Thank you, everybody. And enjoy that treatment. Fun times, and we'll see you another month or so.
In another month or so, we will set the date after we've gone off recording here. But thank you everyone for joining us. Chantelle is an awesome lady, as you can tell, and we are eternally grateful for your work on the planet and for you giving this much to us. I didn't expect that much, but I am so grateful. So thank you so much for that.
No, thank you, everybody. Thanks for having me on board, and thanks everybody for listening and tuning in, because let's spread Rose. She's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you so much. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generator. Chantelle and I are saying goodbye, and I'm your host, Rose McNair. Bye-bye.
See you.